She is amazing. And you know, interesting, she was really nervous about that because they were in rehearsals at the moment for We Will Rock You, and she was saying, like, I'm really nervous. I said, why are you nervous? You open your mouth and that amazing.
Yeah. But the worst bit is the waiting to go on.
Yeah.
Once she was out there, she would have been fine. But it's the lead up to all day waiting to go on the live show last night.
Even though I go, but you know you're going to be brilliant.
Yeah, she was.
It's interesting. But that got us talking today about talent. You know, to me, that is just like a God-given talent she has. It's incredible. And I said to you, Linda, I would say if someone said, what's Linda's talent? I would say acting, because you've been doing it for so long, since
I was 10,
really
55
young.
years. So, yeah. But I think what I'm good at as well is bringing people together. So, you know, if you go in a room, people, you don't know anyone in there, then I'll introduce myself and then I go, oh, this is so-and-so, come and make this. And I think I'm good at making people laugh. I can make light out of every situation. Yeah. Even if someone says, oh, I've just buried my dad, well, think of all the happy times that you had together. Yeah. You know, I'll always turn it round to something positive, I think. So I think I'm good at that.
You like to make people laugh.
I do, yeah.
But that, you know, I think your acting talent mustn't be discounted, because you've immediately kind of come off that and gone, oh, yeah, but I just like being with people and making them laugh. But you were a fantastic actress.
Yeah, and I'm still doing some acting now, because I'm doing a little film later on. Next month I start, and it just for a few days, and I've got a few bits and pieces coming up as well.
But you can remember, like, plays you were in?
I can, because I played Philostrate in Midsummer Night's Dream at a secondary school, so I was probably about 13, 14, and I still remember every line. A play there is, my lord, some 10 words long, which is as brief as I have known a play, but by 10 words, my lord, it is too long, which makes it tedious. For in all the play there is one player apt, one player, and that's it, and I can go on and on forever.
That's fantastic. I don't believe it, because I've got the memory of a sieve. Every time I've ever had a script to learn, I can't learn it. I have to have bits of paper stuck everywhere. And when you did that this morning, I was just gobsmacked.
That's the first time I've done it since I was probably about 15 or whatever. Yeah. But I can remember every panto line that I've done as well. You know, like me and Pauline were in Hackney Empire years ago, and I can remember every line from that. And that
God,
was
all
like
I can remember is my mum's divvy number, 354735.
But that's a talent that you obviously realised that you had at a young age.
Yeah.
Janet, was there a time in life, or was it something that you said, that's my talent, I'm really good at that?
Well, it kind of harks back a bit to the previous subject about being competitive, because being so competitive, I never had any idea that I might fail. So I was just a bit naive, maybe, but I thought I'm just going to be really determined and ambitious, and that just drove me on. But I think if I have a talent, looking back on it, it was spotting talented people, hanging out with talented people, listening to what they were saying, kind of slightly being a psychic vampire, sucking ideas from them and repackaging them as TV.
Psychic vampire.
Well, you know, you've got to be honest about it. Nothing's completely 100% new in the media or on television or anywhere else. But what I have been good at in the past is tuning into trends or what is happening and using it and repackaging it. So,
and also, you're curious about life. I see that in you.
I am really
reading
curious.
And
yeah, I don't really stand still or stop, and I certainly don't look back. I'm not a nostalgic person, and I think that's a gift, to constantly look forward, not back, because I think constantly looking back is very ageing, and it diminishes you. It shrinks your world down.
And I know, Kelly, you've talked about it on here before, but you knew literally as a teenager that you wanted to be in the army and a physical training instructor. That was it. That was what you wanted to do.
I think it comes off the back, like you say, of the last conversation, you know, kind of having an identity, doing something I loved, and then I watched the Olympic Games when I was 14, and that created the dream. So I was so focused on thinking that I might fail at everything else and I want to be good at something. So athletics was that route, and then I wanted to be in the army, and I joined when I was 17. And so, of course, athletics was my talent. I mean, it took me, 20 years to win a gold medal, but I got there in the end. But I also think that, you know, I'm into mentoring. I love that. So sometimes when you're a sports person, you're put into a box of that's all you do and know. And when, from somebody being young who didn't think I had anything else, even though I'm really proud of what I've done, I also want to feel like I'm good at something else going forward. And I think as adults, as we grow, I think we want to feel like we have a value somewhere else. So I do mentoring, I do public speaking, and I feel that I'm passing on the message of determination, focus, belief, success as a positive in people generally.
Do that with a lot of young people with your charity. So they're kids who were like you, that thought no one's really taken much notice of me at school, and you're bringing them out and encouraging them and
and being the one person that can make a difference, because I think that's what we have in life. So I do think sometimes that people underestimate that they're good at things and they put themselves down. And actually, everyone is good at something, and everyone is better than somebody else at someone. You just have to sometimes realise.
Do you know what I'm good at? Not a lot, but I'm good at knowing when we've come to the end of a part and we have to go to a commercial break.
You're the best.
And I'm good at listening to people in my ear while smiling. Like that. So, yeah, we're going to break. But it's really interesting, isn't it? Because sometimes the talent you have when you're young, you don't notice it until you're older. And it's a really good topic. We haven't done that one before. Let us know what you think about that. What's your talent? Have you got a hidden talent, maybe? We love to hear from you.